Hi everybody, it's Lasha. Are you ready? Carlton, pardon me. It's Lasha from High Voltage. It's 22:38 p.m. on May the 4th, which means it's approximately 10:30. Virginia Roberts Giuffre passed away. I think everybody knows by now. It's been all over the internet. However, I've not watched anything about Virginia Roberts Giuffre except for the vintage bookworm. And the reason I watched Virginia's story and the vintage bookworm, Andrew Gold and the vintage bookworm used to appear together quite often. She's Australian. She knows the area, and the points that she brought up are identical to what I was thinking. First thing I wanted to understand, and I did look for this information and I couldn't find it, but then I was a little late looking, or I don't know. Or maybe I was looking too early. I'm not sure. But this is what I believe. Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Isn't it a little convenient that 4, quote, survivors who were supposed to testify on June the 4th are now gone? And that lawyer was on Pierce Morgan. I forget the name, something Boyce. What do they know? There are things that those lawyers and Virginia knew that could bring down a lot of influential people. And I wonder why she brought up Prince Andrew out of anybody. Was it a trigger? Was it because it was an easy target because she had the proof? Do you really think that Virginia Roberts Giuffre would do anything to hurt herself? I believe this. Based on her history, based on the abuse that she went through when she was 7 years old, when she was sort of groomed by Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein, it would shape your personality. Oh, how can I explain this? There are different issues that can cause people who have unhealthy backgrounds with attachment disorders. So I don't know what her clinical diagnosis was, but I know that she wasn't considered a credible witness because she changed her story a lot. That's very common because she was on drugs all the time. I'm sorry, if I was in her situation and I couldn't get out and I didn't know how to leave, everybody can say, well, why didn't she leave? Like Lady Victoria Harvey. Well, why? You know what Lady Victoria Harvey, the very woman who let Eyes Wide Shut to be filmed in her castle, that woman I'm 54. This woman to me looks my age, but she's got Botox and go-go, and she's an aristocratic lying puppet. She sticks up for Prince Andrew like they don't think the Virginia Giuffre situation actually happened. But I'll tell you, I didn't go through what Virginia went through, but there are attachment disorders. If she was abused when she was seven, seven to 16 are crucial times in your life. She didn't go to high school. She was sleeping with men for money. She was addicted to Xanax, and I'm sure she was addicted to more because of the raspiness of her voice. And she spilled everything at 16 years old to Epstein and Ghislaine. You know what? She wouldn't have even had to tell them that. They already knew. That's why Ghislaine had her eye on Virginia. And when she left Thailand and left Jeffrey Epstein finally, I remember watching Filthy Rich, and her body language when she said, I was afraid to call Jeffrey, and Jeffrey even said to Virginia, you're getting a little too old for me. And she was 17. When she met her husband, Bobby Giuffre, why did she have all those bruises in the hospital? It wasn't from the crash. Her husband beat her. And I bet you, why did she go into seclusion after Prince Andrew? You don't go to a little town in Australia where there's 200 people, spend $1.2 million on a farm if you're not afraid of something. She was afraid. Now, I'm going to conduct a little bit more research on her because there's Sarah Ranson, Maria Farmer, Annie Farmer. There's so many survivors, and if any of you survivors hear this, I want to hear from you. I know that I am nobody from nowhere. I get that. However, I have so many questions, like the grooming process. That would have influenced Virginia's manipulative abilities, unfortunately. When you're around reptiles that think like that, you have to think like them to survive. And I think this husband took advantage of her. Her babies kept her alive. And then she decides to let herself go in the midst of a court hearing in June the 4th. Don't believe it. Don't buy it. My opinion. And I'm coming back to leave a little bit more on the lives. Okay, thank you, Raps. Welcoming, accepting aspects of people's societies, including the different world societies of the Maxwells and the Epsteins and the Bill Gateses and the Jobses and the Obamas and the Gayle Kings and the Oprah Winfreys and Harry whinging and whining. Oh, the nerve. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. I'll be back. Oh, I'm doing a Meghan Markle trivia. I don't know when this week, but it's for $100. So if you want to join, just sign your name on the community page. Good night, everybody. Be well. God bless. And pray, pray at night in totality. You know what I do? I write people's names down. And I say a silent prayer, like almost 2 Hail Marys for each person. And I meditate with that. Anyways, I'll see you down in the gym tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out.